Did you say it looked like your tongue was a mushroom cloud?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you know what a mushroom cloud
Yeah,
looks
look, hold up. Like this, the top of my tongue is the top of the mushroom, and then the piece that holds it together is the pipe part.
I don't think you have a brain in your head. That doesn't look like a mushroom cloud.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think so. Anybody who...
Did you say it looks...
See, now you made me not fucking pay attention. And now that was all loud. It doesn't look like a mushroom cloud. You just need to know that. For the Dan-Dans who are uninitiated, this show is WWE Raw Talks Live. What we do on this show is every Monday after Raw ends, we come on this website, which is youtube.com/616entertainment. We cover Raw, full recap, full review. You know what I'm saying? We go segment by segment.
Segment by segment.
Yeah.
We don't miss a segment.
No, we make sure we hit every single one of them. Our angle is a little fucked up here.
I'm not even in the shot.
Well, then move over a bit.
It was perfect.
See, like, I don't know if it's just if I didn't do the set the way I normally do, but we were kind of out there.
I think it was fine, and it's fine now.
I don't think you know. I don't think you know what's best for business. I'm just gonna put it that way.
I'm the businessman.
You're the businessman? Dipper Pine says, "Hold on, I'm watching Marilyn Manson." What the fuck channel is Marilyn Manson on?
We wait for nobody.
You know what? We do wait for one person. You know who that is? That would be the one and only Mike Shank.
Brown gloves.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? Oh, dude.
That's still my favorite part of the show. Every week.
It's like magic.
That's my favorite part of the show. Well, you see, you gotta let the colors recalibrate themselves. It has to refine its white balance. You know what I'm saying? Where did we start this week with Monday Night Raw? You gotta tell me. You gotta bring me in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm limousine pulled in.
Mm-hmm.
It was on Channel USA.
The limo pulled up and I go, it's gonna be Vink McMink.
Vink McMink. But it wasn't Vink McMink.
No, it wasn't at all.
It was Triple H Shink.
Triple H.
Hunter Hinkley.
We can't start off being ridiculous.
We always do all those things.
That's technically true. I'm not
yeah, but so Triple H comes out. He's back.
Mm-hmm.
He's finally back after his vacation.
Yeah,
which is well-deserved vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets in the ring and he's got the microphone and he's talking about how he's not happy with the way the people that work for him are running things while he's gone. He can't take a vacation.
Name of Seth Rollins and
Kane. They, he leaves for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Not that hard to run this company, guys. Like, just don't fuck things up. And they almost fuck things up like 1,000 times. And he's like, what is going on?
I don't think he said it's not that hard to run this company. I think he said, I run $1 billion corporation. He kind of patted himself on the back. He didn't say, my job's easy and you dopes are so dumb you even
What I meant is, like, I misspoke. I apologize. You don't have to run the company. You just got to make sure the company doesn't fall apart while I'm gone.
He said he just wants you to do what he says.
And you're fucking everything up. Just follow the goddamn instructions.
Yeah.
It's like, it's easy as cheese.
No one has ever said that before.
I'm coining it.
What kind of coin? Nickel, quarter, dime?
$50.
50-cent piece. Those are rare.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see those anymore. So what did Triple H say?
He said, fuck these two guys.
Mm-hmm.
They got to get their shit together. Get out here right now.
Mm-hmm.
So Seth Rollins comes out, and he's like, listen, I'm trying to keep shit together, but Kane is like trying to fuck me out of my title, and we both want me to keep this title. You know that. You and me and Triple H, Seth and Triple H. And then he was like, you got to do something about Kane.
And Seth Rollins is a motherfucking liar because he's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit.
And he's just trying to talk about how he's just out there being the #1 guy around here, which technically is because he has the belt. But this isn't all because of Kane.
No.
Seth is a dick, too.
He's provoking him.
Yeah.
He's poking the bear. Throughout this whole thing, too, there was a huge Dean Ambrose chant because they were in his hometown.
They're in his hometown.
Cincinnati. Cincy. But I just thought that was,
our boy name of Beard Wells, a.k.a. Brett Wells, a.k.a. the other guy, was there tonight.
Yeah, he was there. He was wearing
I saw him on TV.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where was he?
He was out there.
Oh.
I didn't actually see him. I wish I did though. He's a great guy.
I saw he was there. We were with him in spirit though.
I wasn't.
I was. I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
I apologize for speaking for you.
Don't ever say that again.
So Kane comes out after Seth Rollins is talking shit,
Mhm.
and they start getting in each other's faces because they just don't like each other at this point. It's clear. There's no secret.
We're going too long on this.
And Triple H basically says, Kane, if Seth Rollins doesn't leave Payback with the title, you're basically fired.
He said your services may not be needed here.
It was implied. It was implied. He didn't straight out say that, but that was the implication.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
So Triple H announces that tonight it's going to be Dean versus J&J Security. It's going to be Roman Reigns versus Kane, and it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Which I did not like that. Like, I thought we would get Dean versus Seth because we're in Dean's hometown, and the fans would be like, "Fuck yeah, Dean in the main event."
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. We got Randy versus Seth in the main event, and I was just like, "How many times have we fucking seen this match now?" Jesus Christmas.
Many.
I loved Triple H when, first of all, Jamie gets on the microphone because he apparently has the biggest balls in the world now, and he was just like, "Hold on, Hunter."
Yeah.
And he's just like, "I don't know if you've been watching the show, but Seth is the man around." It's just like, what? Why does he think he can talk back to Triple H all of a sudden?
He's trying to stand up for his boy.
Yeah, but Triple H is his boss. Seth isn't his boss.
Well, I think Seth is his boss, but Triple H is Seth's boss, so they're bosses by letters.
Yeah.
Like, if you're the low man on the totem pole, you got like 1,000 bosses.
I fucking loved Triple H not even looking at Jamie when he was talking to him, and then he had to come down to his level. He's like, because the both of you together are almost like a full-grown man.
Yeah.
I think tonight you'll take on Dean Ambrose right now. And I just want to point out, I love the small detail that the suits that Jamie and Joey wear are black with gold ties because Seth is black with gold.
Oh, yeah.
I love that small detail that they even wear the same colors as their boss. So we go into the match. I got dog hair all over me. We go into the match. I fucking love J&J Security.
They're so
I
good.
know I've said it a million times. I'm going to continue to say it. But they actually got some offense in here. And
It wasn't a squash.
And I was like, well, they used to be wrestlers. Like, Joey had the fucking tag team titles 3 times. Jamie was a longest reigning cruiserweight champion almost ever. And then JBL's like, well, they used to be former champs. And I was like, whoa, since when are we allowed to say that they used to wrestle? Like, we usually just sweep that shit under the rug and they just get dropped out all the time.
Yeah.
But I love J&J Security. And I need to say that Joey Mercury has a better headlock than John Cena. The fucking Joey Mercury got the headlock on him, and he was cranking that shit. And then there's the John Cena's STF, and he's like, "Ah!" This is a great photo. Someone should gift that. But that's how tight.
Coulter will do it.
Coulter's not even here right now.
But he'll watch it. He'll get the replay.
Joey's headlock to me was big time. I loved it.
Yeah.
He was up on his toes. He was cranking that shit.
Great headlock, but his spear.
Talk about the spear.
His spear is no good. I thought this was hilarious though.
He's a small man.
He's so small. He tries to spear Dean Ambrose, and like he barely even moves him. Like Dean, like hunched over, like he got punched in the stomach, but he like didn't even his feet didn't move. He didn't stumble at all or anything. That was fucking funny.
No, because Dean isn't even that big of a man.
No, but
it's
Joey's
just Joey is so small. He's such a diminutive boy. One thing I got to point out is Dean gets the pin on, was it Jamie or Joey?
I don't really
Who cares?
remember.
He gets the pin, and then Booker goes, "We got a new champion."
I know.
And then you just go, no. Like, no one in this match has a belt. And then I was trying to cover for him, or maybe try to make an excuse. He was like, I said, someone in his phones probably said, "Oh, say if that happens on Sunday, we'll have a new champion."
Right.
But he just goes, "We got a new champ." It's like, of what? What did he win the title of?
No, I know what he meant to say.
Yeah.
And but he's just a fucking idiot. And it's very unclear. We're not getting paid. But
yeah, but someday we will by Arizona.
It's my dream.
We got Dolph Lundgren versus Wayne Shamrock.
King Barrett.
King Barrett versus...
You didn't even say it like a letter wasn't in common.
Wayne Barrett?
Wayne Shamrock.
Wayne,
you said.
Wayne Shamrock. That's Ken Shamrock's real name?
No, I didn't know.
It is. Believe it.
Is Shamrock his real name? That seems like a fake.
Yeah, but he's adopted.
But that's their real family name.
But it was Bob Shamrock's real family name.
That's what I mean.
You know what's funny is Frank and Ken kind of look alike.
But they're not related.
They're both
at all.
adopted.
I know.
By Bob.
That's fucked up. Fucked up.
Kimbo is fighting Ken Shamrock in June. And anyone I was talking to, was it Nick and Fierce that I was talking to about this? And I was like, I don't know why anyone thinks that's going to be a good fight. Shamrock is going to die inside of a minute. And they were both like, oh, you think he'll lose? I was like, yeah, he's going to fucking lose. He's going to die in the cage. That dude hasn't been able to take a punch in like 15 years.
I know.
He's so far past it. He's like 52. And he's fighting Kimbo, who's not in his prime either, but can still fucking punch.
Kimbo's got like mad power in his hands, and Ken Shamrock's he's not going to be able to move out of the way.
What do they say about a fighter who is so outclassed? It's like, oh, he's got a puncher's chance. Ken has never been a puncher.
Yeah.
He's been a grappler his whole life, and he's not going to be able to get Kimbo down because Kimbo's not going to allow it. Ken is going to think he can box. He's going to stand in front of Kimbo, and he's going to get crumbled in about 40 seconds.
Yeah.
And anyone who thinks otherwise, I will make a $20 bet with you right now.
Jack it up. Get it up.
You jack it up, asshole.
I'm not.
You got a good swoop going on here, and you didn't even adjust pre-show.
I'm gonna keep it tonight.
Yeah, I think it looks good. You came in looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like it.
I think I need to unbutton this a little bit.
So we got Dolph Ziggler versus King Barrett.
King Barrett.
Dolph comes out with eyeliner on
and
a headband. And I thought when he came out, because I saw like a dark spot in his eye, I was like, he must have a black eye. And then when I saw a closer shot of him and both of his eyes were black, I was like, he's wearing fucking eyeliner.
Yeah, I noticed it right away.
And I don't have a problem with it. I just don't understand what that does for his look. And then I was like, oh, you know what? Dolph is a big hair metal guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably trying to do like a Motley Crue thing. And then if you looked on his Twitter, it was just like, I can't remember exactly what it said. It was like, shout at the devil, hashtag Motley Crue, hashtag Steel Panther.
Yeah.
And I was like, I fucking called that one. I don't think it really fits his look at all. But, you know, who gives a shit? Let him do whatever he wants. That's how I feel about it. He's got great hair. He's rocking that denim on denim hot dogs and Gatorade. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
What'd you think about this match?
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't much to say about it. Mm-hmm. It was quick. He lost on a distraction by Sheamus because Sheamus was on commentary.
Dolph Ziggler is the most ADD guy in the company. How many times has that guy been distracted?
Every fucking loss. Every fucking time.
Yeah.
Like he's a goddamn moron.
Well, he's certainly not
Focus
the smartest
on the match
in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Focus on the match.
Being at this match, there was really nothing to it outside.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, let's keep both of these guys busy, and we'll talk about both of their feuds. Not a whole lot happened here.
No, it was short.
The only thing I really wrote down was Dolph eyeliner.
Yeah. And King Barrett and his King get up.
I need you to talk about the show so I can take care of some business, okay? So where do we go after this?
Eric Rowan. Okay, so first Luke Harper, we get his music. Mm-hmm. He comes out, and then Eric Rowan comes out behind him.
Yeah.
And so we were like, what the fuck? Because Eric Rowan hasn't been on TV in weeks, and before he was a face. So now that they're teamed up, but then it was explained that on SmackDown they teamed up again for no reason. But whatever, who gives a shit? So this was actually Eric Rowan versus Fandango.
Yeah,
Fandangus, and he beat the crap out of him.
Yeah,
Eric Rowan beat the crap out of Fandango.
He certainly did. It wasn't even a competition.
No, he fucked them up. I think the most significant thing is like that they're back together, but there's no explanation for it.
We got Dipper Pines bringing some life to the chat, which I really appreciate. We don't have our official community manager, Steve Schneider, aka Folkland, here tonight, so the chat is definitely lacking. But Jazz and Dipper Pines, use some real grimy dan-dans. I love you.
We're happy to have you.
Dipper says he marked the fuck out, and I assume he's talking about the reuniting of 2/3 of the Wyatt family.
Yeah.
And what I thought was the most significant thing to come out of this is this just proves that Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, their single push has failed completely. And it's not their fault. Like,
no.
I think it's kind of it's not Eric Rowan's fault that I don't think he's very good. They also gave him absolutely nothing to work
They
with.
didn't give him anything.
Luke Harper is good,
He's
and that
very
guy
good.
will have a really good match
Super
every
entertaining.
week, and I think he does. He had great matches with Dolph. He had some good matches with Dean. I really like Luke a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys coming back together, I'm not pissed off about.
I'm not,
Because we
no.
need a strong tag team division. We need another heel tag team. We just need another tag team in general.
It
I don't even
seems-
care if they're good or bad. But Jazz James says, we love you. And you know what? I appreciate that to no end. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got this heart tattoo for. It's just for you guys. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, their singles runs didn't work.
No, they didn't.
So them coming
I
back
don't-
together as a tag team is okay because imagine these guys versus the New Day. Imagine these guys versus Cesaro and Kid.
And we've seen they've tagged before when they were with the
Mhm.
Wyatt family, and they were great.
Imagine
And
these
they were
guys
super fun to
against
watch, so
Macho, Mandow, and Curtis
Curtis
WrestleMania. We'll get to that in a little bit.
okay.
Yeah, this match was just a complete squash.
It was just to show on Raw that they were back together.
And like Fandango has been getting some attention lately, and they've been working with him a bit, and which I kind of like because I do like Fandango.
Right, but then what do they
But
do?
what they do is they just
He gets-
fucking feed him to the monsters.
Get-
So
It's fucking buried.
I don't expect to see Fandango again anytime soon unless he's getting annihilated.
Yeah.
You know what you could do?
What?
Put Fandango in a fucking tag team. You know who you team him with?
Who?
Adam Rose.
That's brilliant.
You got a party animal and you guy who likes to dance all the time. What do you do at fucking parties? You fucking dance. You know what I'm saying? That's not all you could do at parties, but it's one thing you
But
can do.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I like that a lot. Put those two together. Because Adam Rose isn't doing dick. And there's rumors going around that after this E60 that just aired,
Mhm.
apparently he was a huge part of it. I haven't seen it yet, but I do plan to watch it. I read a rumor that they're very happy with the way he was taken
Mhm.
by the people on social media and whatnot, and that they may have something down the pipeline for him because they're just like, you know what, man, you stepped up.
I saw a tweet or something about that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't mind seeing that happen because I don't think much of Adam Rose, but
his gimmick.
he's
sucks.
kind of fucked by what they gave him.
But like,
But he has a lackluster moveset too, so.
yeah, he does. So who knows? But
But it's another tag team.
Yes.
In a division that needs life.
and these guys aren't doing anything of value.
Mhm. Not doing
So
shit.
give them, even if they're a jobber tag team, it's better than just being jobbers.
Don't make him a jobber tag team.
I'm just saying. I agree. Don't make them
Mhm.
that. But anyways, moving on.
Look at this weird divot I have here. Isn't that weird? Look, you can see it more on the screen. It's like a big drop off right
Oh
there.
yeah, I know. It's
You know what I'm
natural. Look, I kind of have that too.
Yeah, it's
Right
not
here.
as bad over here though.
Look at this. Look at this. I kind of got that too.
You do. You got like a good spike there. Mine just fucking. I got like a half pipe here.
All right, moving on.
I want like an ant-sized Tony Hawk to skate on my face. Dude, what about Tony Hawk 5?
That's cool.
You want to talk about Tony Hawk 5?
No.
I do for a minute.
Okay.
I was really looking forward to it, and they were just like, you can kickflip and shoot projectiles and shit. And I was just like, I don't want to play this game.
What?
They said in some missions you're going to use your skateboard to shoot projectiles and some other stupid shit, which they had in Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
Yeah.
And it was dumb. Like there was maybe one fun multiplayer mode where it was called like Fireball or whatever,
Mhm.
and you could shoot fireballs if you do a kickflip, which is a really basic move. So it would just be you and your friends skating around the skate park, and when you cross paths, you try to time a fireball and fucking blow them up. It was fun, but that's not what I want out of the game. I don't want
No.
them to come out and say, Tony Hawk 5's here with projectiles. Like,
Yeah.
maybe right before it comes out, be like, yo, we got wacky multiplayer. Be like, all right, cool. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll
but if
fucks
that's
with
the
it.
first thing they say, that's not a
Yeah,
good sign.
so I don't have... One problem I had was people were like, oh, it's the team that worked on Tony Hawk Downhill Jam and Ride. Ew. But that's also the team that worked on Tony Hawk HD, which in my opinion was
good,
fucking
yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, but
And I got this motherfucker named Ricky on the board telling me that Tony Hawk HD was bullshit. And I think he's out of his fucking mind. And he was like, I don't think so, son. I'm a Tony Hawk legend. And I'm just like, you need to bend your dick around the back of your ass and fuck yourself. Because you don't know Kareem Campbell from Bam Margera. You know what I'm talking about?
to play devil's
Get the
advocate,
fuck
yeah,
out of here.
to play devil's advocate to you, if they made two, so I don't even know what those other two, the Tony Hawk Ride and Downhill.
Those are
Jam or whatever.
peripheral-based games that were terrible.
I've never even heard of those. So okay, if they're peripheral, those are just like not possible to make work.
Yeah, they're bad.
But like the Tony Hawk HD was good,
Mhm.
but that wasn't a game that they built from the ground up. It was a game that existed that they
I don't think so.
up-resed.
Oh wait, no, you know what? You're right because
It was like the PS1 game.
no, it was. I think it was technically they took the ROM of Tony Hawk 2 from Dreamcast and like built around.
That's what I thought. It was,
which is kind of fucking weird.
That's a weird way to go about
fucking
it.
Dreamcast, like of all the versions. The Dreamcast version of Tony Hawk 2, though, apparently is really goddamn good. So after we talked about Tony Hawk on Raw Talks, we were going to talk about
John Cena.
John Cena versus Amin and Bryan.
Open challenge again. I know we talk about this a lot, but I felt like this week, tonight,
Pause for 1 second. I want to ask Dipper and Jazz to politely spread the link around. Let's get some life in the fucking chat here. Because we're missing System, we're missing Coulter, we're missing a lot of our main Dan-Dans. Where are they?
I feel lonely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel lonely. As you were saying.
We talk about this a lot, but I felt like tonight John Cena was pushing that belt extra hard tonight. Which
this
is
always
my trophy. A good thing.
This is what I stand for.
Yeah, I like that. But and one thing I kind of noticed that I liked was he was talking about the WWE heavyweight title. He was saying how like that trophy, the authority has a lock on it, and they fuck it up, so not anyone can get in there. Well, that's not what this is. This, I stand here with this, and there's no bullshit. You come, challenge, and you have a shot at it. Like you don't have to earn it. You just come, and so I like that part. But anyways, so he does this promo. We're like, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? And it was Adrian Neville.
Yeah. And strangely, when Neville's music hit, I go, Neville? Again?
And I felt the same thing.
This is the first guy who's ever repeated challenges in the John Cena thing. And I was like, didn't he face Cena? And you're like, yeah, I think so. And so I went back through all of my Raw Talks notes, like, because this is the book I keep all my notes in every week. And they've never faced each other. So I don't know why I have such a vivid memory of Neville coming out for this.
I feel the same way, but like he came out to face Seth Rollins that one time, and that was like a big surprise.
Maybe that's what I was thinking about.
Maybe we were thinking that because, but
this match was really good as usual.
Fantastic.
John Cena is having the best match on Raw every week. Adrian Neville is always right behind him, having great matches, and there was one of my favorite false finishes I've ever seen in this match. Where
it was great.
Cena like comes into the corner and like Neville hits him with this big kick, and Cena's just like, oh, he's fucked. So he like falls off the rope, he comes back, and then instant into an AA, and it was just like, that was awesome. 1, 2, and he kicked out.
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
You wanted
the match should have ended right there, and it makes Adrian look strong. So you got to weigh the pros and cons for both guys here, but I feel like everyone is kicking out of the AA now. Sammy kicked out of it last week. Adrian kicked out of it.
I think Dean kicked out of it.
Dean kicked out of it.
I think Barrett kicked out of it.
This is the
you're right. Everybody's kicking out of it.
This is the kick out of John Cena's finisher invitational, and then eventually lose to John Cena,
and
but get a great rep from facing the #1 guy, and have a fantastic match doing it.
Yeah, but like it's the kicking out of the finisher. It not only makes the finisher look weak, it makes every guy who kicked out of it, it makes it look less special.
It does. And like I'm of the new school. I feel like I'm almost in my own school as far as wrestling goes, where I'm not old school at all, where it's just gotta be like, oh, it's gotta be believable and it has to be that. It doesn't have to be believable because it's not fucking real.
Yeah.
I think it can be anything.
We know what it is.
And that's not my problem with it. My problem with it is just like, I don't know. I just don't want things that are special to not be special.
Right.
I was never believable in the first place that John Cena going like this with a guy was going to beat him anyway. You know?
No.
But yeah, like I said, pros and cons. I do like that Adrian looked good. I do like that Sammy looked good. All these guys are kicking out. And is anyone going to remember they fucking kicked out of it? No. Are they going to remember that in that moment they were like, wow? Exactly. That's what they're going to remember. John Cena talks too much and he talks too loud.
Oh, in the match, yeah.
In every match. There's a segment in Botchamania that was called like You Talk Too Much, and the intro to it would be like Shawn Michaels getting his hand or his throat grabbed by the Undertaker because whatever. But then they made a specific thing called Cena Talks Too Much, and it's only John Cena doing it, where Kane grabs him by the throat. And I thought that's the first thing I thought of there.
Yeah. It was pretty obvious.
I knew Rusev was gonna fuck this match up.
Yeah, so Neville lands the red arrow. That's what his move is called, right?
Yeah.
On John Cena, is pinning him, and right before the 3 count, fucking Rusev comes in and stomps him, breaks up the count. So DQ, Neville wins, but the belt is in Shane's hands, and he puts Cena in the accolade. So Cena retains. So
Coulter's in the building.
Coulter, you goddamn son of a bitch! We're happy to have you. I didn't know what we were gonna do without you.
You were about to cut a promo on him, and
No.
then you were just like, "Oh, thank God he showed up."
It was always positive.
Yeah.
The goddamn son of a bitch. It was like that. Those Seinfeld guys. You tell those all good bastards.
You tell
Yankee.
that son of a bitch. George, what are you doing? No, I was just on the phone with him. Oh, George, I can't hear you, you bastard.
Yeah. So
Rusev fucked it up.
he fucked it up, but like Neville was almost gonna win. Like he almost pinned John Cena.
Neville looked like $800 million in this match.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
Not only,
Like that's special because nobody else got that close.
you know what I just thought of
like
now?
he probably would have done it if he didn't get fucked.
What I just thought of now, this really would have pissed me off. Imagine, and this is a totally realistic scenario a couple years ago this could have happened. Neville goes up on the top rope, does the red arrow, lands on Cena. Cena immediately rolls and puts him in the STF and just completely no-sells the red arrow.
Oh, that
A
would
couple of
be-
years ago?
That would see. That's burying something.
That is
burying
burying.
his
Yeah.
finisher.
Even if it is John Cena. Dipper Pine says, why are there 2 baseball teams named after socks? I don't know. Who cares? It is a valid question, though.
We knew what teams they are. You didn't have to.
But being named after socks is not the dumbest sports team name.
What do
The
you
dumbest
think it is?
sports team name is the Cleveland Browns.
or the Cincinnati Reds. Well, they're both just fucking colors, and they're both from Ohio. Like, what's with Ohio?
no, the
and
Cleveland Browns is way worse. Well, they are both from Ohio.
Yeah.
People in fucking Ohio are so not creative. What are we gonna call our baseball team? Red. We'll call them the Reds.
And then there's the St. Louis Blues. There's a hockey team.
Hockey doesn't count as bullshit.
It's a sport, man.
Hockey's fucking stupid. I'm just playing.
That's just fucked up, man.
Hockey's not even real. The Stanley Cup is a work. You know what I'm saying?
Groundbreaking.
So yeah, Rusev comes out. He fucks everything up. Adrian Neville looks so good because he nails his finisher on Cena, gets a 1 count, and then Rusev breaks it up. Was Cena going to kick out? I don't know. Like, that is a ballsy way to finish that. I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
And there's still fucking marks online. Oh, fuck Cena. Cena can't wrestle. Bleh. You know?
Yeah, no, this
Go
is
kick a lemon and bury your head in dirt. Because you don't know what you're
best
talking
match
about.
of the night again.
Big time. No problem. Where are we going from here? We got Brie versus Tamina.
I think you skipped one.
What did I skip?
Kane versus Roman Reigns, but there wasn't a lot.
I didn't write anything down because it wasn't a real match.
There was no match. They started fighting, and then it ended, and they played Reigns' music. I don't get why sometimes when they start fighting, they just ring the bell. Why didn't they just ring the bell when they started fighting?
They weren't in the ring.
All right.
It's
well,
wrestling. It's just whatever's convenient at the time.
But I'm gonna point it out.
Let's just talk about what was important here. Roman comes down. Kane was being very aggressive and very rough because he was trying to prove to Triple H. He was just like, you want the monster, I'm the monster. I can make sure, what you want. I might not do it, but I can do it if I want to.
Yeah.
So he's bashing Roman off the wall here. He's bashing him off the wall there. He's bashing him off the wall over here. You know what I'm saying? So Kane was looking good, and then he fucked up. He eats a Superman punch, and then he eats a spear over the table. Yeah. And it looked really bad. It looked like shit. I don't think they thought that was going to break the table. I think they know better than that.
Yeah.
But
no, yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. It kind of.
Why even do it over the table? It just looked dumb.
Yeah, it did.
Why not just do it on the floor, or Roman spears him like against the ring?
Or why not do the barricade?
Stop with the fucking barricade! I hate the goddamn barricade spot. I'm done with it. Jazz James says #Bano Dano. That makes me so happy. For you guys who may have missed it, if you follow me on Twitter @IDS616 or the artist on Twitter @artist_616, we kind of had a little bit of a friendly war tonight with the #ThankYouDaniel and the #Raw Cincinnati, where just go through and look at all of our we we always use one of our favorite Daniel Bryan photos.
Yeah.
So we wanted to see who would have the classier Daniel Bryan photo. So if you guys want to get in on the action, it's hashtag Raw Cincinnati, hashtag, thank you, Daniel.
Yeah.
Look at our tweets first so you know the criteria. You need a certain kind of photo of Daniel Bryan.
IDS 616, artist _616.
So we got Brie versus Tamina, the returning Tamina.
I don't even know who this is. She showed up
Tamina
last
was
week.
AJ's bodyguard back in the day.
Okay.
She's her heater. She's the big bitch who comes around and, you know.
So now she's Naomi's bodyguard.
I want to point out the fact that the Bellas are faces now just because there's 2 minorities in the Divas division.
Hey. That's not what it's about.
That's exactly what it's
No,
about.
it's not that Naomi's just the heel. They just switch roles.
No,
They
you don't just switch roles.
I know, well, it's bullshit, but it's not because she's black. That's stupid.
Okay, hold on. You've got 2 hot white girls who maybe they're Italian. Like, that's still kind of white.
It's like very white.
They have the title, and they're the biggest bitches in the Divas division. And then a black girl and a Hawaiian girl, I think she's Hawaiian, Samoan,
I think they said
show up, and all of a sudden the white girls are good guys because they're fighting a black girl and a Hawaiian girl. That's exactly what happened. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying it's bullshit. It's bad writing. It's bad character development. And we've got a problem here with the writing team where they're just going like, oh, make the Bellas faces. Oh, put Luke and Eric back together.
No, I agree with all that. I just don't think it's because they're minorities.
I think they think it's easier to make the black and Samoan person bad guys.
Oh, I don't know. I don't see it that way.
The tag team champions are a bunch of black guys.
I know,
and they're
but
bad guys.
I feel like it's super easy to make black guys the good guys and the white people the bad guys. Like, I don't know. That just seems obvious.
I'm just telling you what I'm seeing on the show.
I know, but
I'm not calling them racist. I'm just saying they do a lot of racist shit.
I'm not disputing that.
Doug Hinckley says bullshit. I'm not sure which one he said was bullshit. Oh, he wants to. Ben McBride wants to be on the podcast accompanied by Coulter, and Coulter says bullshit. You're right. Dipper Pine says they turned face after AJ retired. I guess they needed faces for the women's division. They didn't turn face, though. Unless I missed something. I don't watch SmackDown. Did they do anything on SmackDown? But they never did turn face. Like, they faced AJ, and... Did you fart? I smell a fart.
I should definitely... Did
someone fart outside my window, and now it's wafting in here?
Maybe.
We got a serial farter out there. Dipper says, but the tag champions are fucking awesome. You're goddamn right they are. And we're getting there.
All right, so Tamina wins. Who cares?
I think Tamina... I don't like Tamina because she's really rough. And
Yeah.
some people work stiff or whatever. Tamina wrestles like she doesn't know it's a work. She throws that super kick to knock your fucking teeth out.
Yeah.
And every time she throws a super kick, I'm like, oh, god damn, she's going to kill that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like that.
Brie had the good pants today, though.
I love Brie's pants. You know,
she wore shorts last week, but I like the pants. Hello, pants.
Hello, pants. My favorite part about Brie is, and she has a great move in her moveset, where she sits you down against the bottom rope, runs and throws a knee.
Mm-hmm.
And that knee looks fucking murderous every time she does it.
Mm-hmm.
She's doing a thigh slap. She's hitting you in the shoulder. That's the best part is the ropes have give, so you actually go back. And when she hits your shoulder, it looks like she's breaking your fucking neck.
Yeah, but that's...
Every week, that move looks amazing.
Yeah.
Dipper says they didn't do anything. It just became face. Turning was the wrong word. Yeah, see? So you're on my side. We're both agreeing that they didn't do anything. It's just terrible writing by the team going, no, make them good and make...
Yeah, no,
Put her in black leather, give her a heater, and make them bad. Why? I don't know.
No, it's
bullshit.
It's really bad. And, like, I just don't give a fuck
There's
about
no...
what's going on right now.
There's no foresight on the writing team whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
None at all. Like, there is, but only in the main event scene. Like, we've been cooking the Seth Rollins Kane thing for like two or 3 months now.
Yeah.
They cooked Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins for like 6 months. It was a long build. Triple H and Sting was a long build. But the Divas division, just willy-nilly. No, fuck them. Give me them. What do you do with this bitch? What's she doing? Put her with Fandango. And then that doesn't work. Okay, she turns on Fandango. What's she do after that? I don't know. Tell her to jump off a fucking bridge.
No, it's they don't give a fuck.
Oh, buddy.
All right, moving on. Moving on.
Moving on up
We got Chris Axel.
to Axelmania.
Axelmania. Hashtag Axelmania.
First thing I wrote down for Curtis Axelmania versus Macho Mandow.
Macho Mandow.
Well, the first thing I wrote down was fucking stupid.
I don't get. See, I didn't.
This was
get
so
this.
goddamn stupid.
I did not understand. Like,
You don't understand this because you weren't watching in the late 80s, early 90s.
no, I get who he's Macho Man.
Yeah, but Macho Man and Hogan
Yeah.
became a tag team called the Mega Powers.
Okay.
So,
I just didn't get why. Sandow had this gimmick where he would come out in a different costume,
Mhm.
and then like last week he just was playing straight to the and then he comes out in a costume again.
Well, he didn't just play straight to the audience. He was just like, oh, I did this and I did that, and I want to be honest with you. And then Axel comes out and he's like, me.
Yeah.
And it was just like any momentum you just had, you just fucking got
Mhm.
rid of. Like, I was hoping we were going to get Damien Sandow back. Like, that's fucking awesome. And now he's Macho Mandow, a.k.a. fucking Black Machismo. There's a wrestler named Jay Lethal
I don't know
who
who that
currently works for Ring of Honor, but he worked for TNA back in the day and a whole bunch of other indies. He's fucking amazing. And when this is over, fuck it, I'll show you right now. He did a character called Black Machismo. First of all, you need to know that Jay Lethal is a mid-20s at the time black man who just decided he was going to be Randy Savage. And he has a fucking great Randy Savage impression. And he did this character called Black Machismo for years. He did it for like 3 years. And he wore the outfit and it was amazing. And he feuded with Ric Flair, like basically as Randy Savage. And Randy Savage was alive at the time. Let's see if this is a good clip here.
Not a professional wrestler. What would I be today? I'd probably be a bodyguard, yeah. Because guarding bodies in particular, one that catches the eye and that catches the heart, huh? I'm talking about ladies like Liz, yeah. What kind of music do I listen to? Yeah, I'd say number one is rap, huh? Yeah. Most of you don't know, but I got an album of my own out, yeah.
And that's awesome because Randy Savage put out a rap album, not Jay Lethal.
Yeah, that
Like,
is a good impression.
It's a really and
That's
my favorite part about the impression right there is he's not even in costume. Like he would wear the tie-dye like rainbow gear to the ring with the fucking streamers and everything. And Macho Mandow is totally just ganking his shit.
Mhm.
Like he doesn't do it anymore, but that doesn't mean he didn't fucking do it first. I mean, come the fuck on. Let's be the fuck honest now.
Yeah, but he's ganking the shit that somebody ganked.
That's worse. If you're the first guy to gank it, that's funny. Like at the time that Jay Lethal was Black Machismo, there's this guy named Shark Boy who wears blue spandex with a black mask and a fucking fin on his head and teeth. And he just acted like a shark and stuff. He was the worst. But then he got a really bad concussion, started wearing a leather vest and would have beer, and he became like Shark Boy 360. And he would do the stunner and give people the finger. So basically, they were just Macho Man and Austin. And I don't think they ever teamed up, but they were both just being like, oh, he was famous, I'll just do that. And they would just steal the name and everything. It was amazing.
Sounds like it.
You don't have anything to say about this, do you?
No.
So let's just talk about what we saw here.
Okay.
First of all, it was really stupid. I wrote down why. I wrote down Jay Lethal. And then my biggest problem with this was the announce team. The announce team were just like, well, that happened. Oh, Mega Powers. I don't think so. What are we? Like, if these guys are going to be a new face tag team and they're going to be funny, pretend they're funny. When one of them does a leg drop, why is Booker T not going, he might have done that better than Hogan? Why is JBL not just being like, oh, you better watch out for that elbow drop?
Well, and
Make me think this is at least acceptable.
and not even like whether it's face or heel, like it was just they were just like indifferent to it. Like
Exactly.
they just didn't give a fuck.
No.
So like,
And
how
if
do
they don't give a fuck, why should we give a fuck?
Exactly.
That's my problem with it. So fuck the announce team. And then the other thing I just want to say is and I don't want to insult the man, but Damian Sandow looks like shit. Damian Sandow's physique looks like he's just stopped working out. And I'm not gonna rip on him, and I'm not a body guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Stevie Fierce, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's gotta be jacked and shit. But if Stevie Fierce isn't watching, but if he was, he'd laugh about that because he makes body guy jokes all the time. But I don't know. He just looks terrible. And I cannot believe how is that guy on the roster? Because it's not even like he's a skinny guy or a fat guy. It's just he looks so average.
Just average. That's
in a universe of superheroes. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. He's just like...
He's going to... If they were giving Chris Hero talkings too, which they were, he got fired because he basically wouldn't stay in shape. Like, Sandow's going to get a fucking talking to.
Probably.
And that's the sad reality of it, but the fucking key word there is reality. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but so anyways... They fight. The Ascension comes out. They beat up the Ascension together.
Yeah.
And then they shake hands. So, do you think this is a future tag team?
The Mega Powers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be Macho Mandow and Curtis Axel? See, that's fucking stupid.
Ben McBride tweeted, "That's why in the next 616 podcast, Ben McFucking Brizzle will guest appear." I already read this. And he said, "Tweet of the night." He just promoted his own tweet.
What a loser.
Ben McBride.
What a fucking dope.
Colter, you got to clip that out and show it to him. It's going to break his dumb heart. You know what I'm saying? Dipper Pine says, God, I wish I looked like Sandow. I'm not saying Sandow is a piece of shit. What I'm saying is he's a normal looking man right now in a sea of superheroes.
Right.
So I'm just saying he stands out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Punk was not a super ripped guy.
No.
But he had a look of the tattoos and
Bryan.
kick pads. Yeah, exactly.
He's small.
And these are some of my favorite guys.
But he's got like a good body.
Yeah. Coulter says, but Sandow ain't destroying casting like catering like Hero. Chris Hero put on like 40 pounds. Like,
oh, really?
He looked like shit. He still looks like shit.
Well, he hasn't gotten that bad.
Chris Hero went from being built like Sandow to like being built like me, like while on the roster. And it was like that. You're not going to keep your job in the WWE if you're looking like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Where do we go after that?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
What happened?
Daniel Bryan came out.
Oh, I didn't write anything down about that because I was watching intently.
I just wrote down that he was out there. I wrote Daniel Bryan, and then I put a frowny face with a tear.
Yeah. So bullet points. Daniel Bryan comes out. He's funny. He's entertaining. He's like, last time I had to come out here and tell you. I see. He's like, I had to come out here and tell you I don't know when I'm gonna be able to compete. And he was just like, yeah, I might be done. So here's the belt back because I can't defend it, and you guys deserve an Intercontinental Champion. And I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted him to swerve us again.
I know.
It was such a bummer.
I kept feeling like it was coming. Like, I was always holding out hope. Like, when he was like, they could be weeks, it could be months. They say I might not be ever able to wrestle again.
He got choked up, and he paused because he was.
And then he said, but that's why I got to do this. But when I was like, but fuck the doctors. I'm going to do.
And you know what? I kind of felt like that's what he was going to say tonight is they didn't talk about it at all. They were just like, Daniel Bryan will be here tonight. Commercial break. Before we go to commercial again, Daniel Bryan's going to be here tonight. Yeah. Where last time was all about, what's Daniel Bryan going to say? Is Daniel Bryan going to wrestle again? And then JBL would be like, oh, no, he's done. It's over.
Yeah.
So the writing was on the wall. We should have seen it coming.
No, I just didn't want to believe it. I couldn't accept it.
I want to give the Dan Dan's little preview of the kind of tweets that we were sending out about thank you, Daniel. Just like some of my favorite Daniel Bryan moments, like this one right here. I had to put that tweet up with the hashtag thank you, Daniel, hashtag Raw Cincinnati. What kind of shit were you putting up? Because while you're finding one, I can just show them, one of my other favorite Daniel Bryan moments was, how can you forget about this one? Hashtag thank you, Daniel. Hashtag Raw Cincinnati.
I haven't been watching very soon, but this was one of the first things I remember of watching of Daniel Bryan.
One of his better moments.
And it really, I'm sorry.
You can take a second. Take a second. Get it over. Get it out. Just let it out because it's gonna bother you.
No, I'm okay.
You know.
I'm okay.
I think looking back on Daniel Bryan's career, we're never gonna forget things like this. You know what I mean? Hashtag thank you, Daniel. Hashtag Raw Cincinnati. You know, I always got that moment right here. So from there, we go to a really good match between Cesaro and Big E. Question time.
Oh, that was just them? It wasn't a tag match?
No, before we get into that, let's talk about what the fuck is going to happen with the Intercontinental title. They're not going to make it in the Elimination Chamber match, although they should. How important would that make the Elimination Chamber look? Or, I mean, the Intercontinental title.
Dude, that would be
Bye-bye, Coulter. We love you, DNA. Thanks for coming.
That would be so smart.
Mm-hmm. They're not going to do it, though.
What do you think they're... What's the Elimination Chamber?
The world title. Seth, Dean, Roman.
A fucking week after the payback?
Seth, Dean, Roman, Randy, Kane. I don't know who the sixth guy is, but Seth, Dean, Roman, Randy, Kane are definitely there. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be a good match, but Josh Spears says, I saw Daniel wrestle Cesaro in 2008. Hashtag thank you, Bryan. That's a great memory to have. I saw Claudio Castagnoli wrestle way back in the day.
Yeah.
I was there the night Daniel Bryan went to his 60-minute time limit draw with Colt Cabana at the Frontier Fieldhouse in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It's a good night. That's really cool. Cesaro versus Big E. Really good match.
Yeah.
Cesaro nearly murdered Big E at one point. Because he tried to like pick him up and he couldn't get him. Big E kept timing his jump wrong to Cesaro was doing his thing wrong. And eventually he gets him up, he holds him, and he gets this brilliant idea to like put his hand underneath his knee and then flip him. Cesaro is strong as fuck, but Big E is enormous. So and he didn't have him up that high, and Big E almost landed right on his fucking head. Yeah. Yeah. He almost died.
But he did.
It would have been a bad day, not a new day.
I don't want to see a death today.
One of the better little intricacies of this match was Cesaro gets him in the corner and he's stomping him and he's like he's kicking to the new day sucks. I was like, that was fucking brilliant. I don't know who came up with that. Probably Pat Patterson, but I love it.
Yeah, it was so funny. And then the people start chanting.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the New Day coming out and doing the New Day rocks.
New Day rocks.
Like nobody's saying that.
And they're coming out every week and cutting promos.
Yeah.
Like the New Day is one of the best parts of Raw every week now. And we were saying on this show for months, like, these are all good guys. Like, do something with them other than just having them be black dudes, you know? And then they give them this thing where it's just like, oh, now you guys are going to be heels because you know everyone hates you. And you're kind of like, fuck, man. Like, why does everyone hate us? You know what? You hate us? Fuck you. We hate you.
Yeah.
Now they're the fucking World Tag Team Champions. They embrace being assholes. They have fantastic matches. I love all three of these guys, and I'm so happy. Our wishes were answered. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
What was that?
It was a fake elbow.
Do it again.
One more. Cesaro was rocking some blue gear tonight.
I liked it.
And it looked cool as fuck.
I wanted to wear it myself.
Just that? Or like under your clothing?
Both.
You can't do both.
I'll never take it off.
You're going to be like that guy from Arrested Development with the jean shorts.
Yeah, never nude.
You could probably get away with it with those if the back, like, you know, say they're sewed together like this, the butt is.
Yeah.
If they weren't sewn together and instead they just overlapped like that, you could be never nude if that flap could come apart like this so you could poo.
I'll take them down.
And then I don't think that counts.
I'm not. Hey. I never said I'm a never nude.
You just did.
No. You said that.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said you're going to be like that guy, and I said that's what it's called. I'm going to wear them when I'm not wearing clothes, and I'm going to wear them when I am wearing clothes, but I will take them off to shower and poop and stuff.
That's not a never nude.
I never said I'm a never nude. You said I did. You said I was.
Well, I mean, when you're right, you're right. You haven't given any thoughts about this match. Been kind of dominating. Tell me about this match.
No, it was great. It was. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention.
What were you doing?
Tweeting Daniel Bryan photos.
Oh, I understand.
But no, you went over the bullet points that I remember.
Mhm.
Oh no, this is the end, but that fucking move
I
that
loved it.
Cesaro put in the Big E into, what the fuck was that?
He put him in a hammerlock slash Kimura slash. He put his head over. He almost rolled him through for an armbar and just had him all tied up. And the ref counts 1, 2, 3, and it was just fucking over. And like Big E didn't even really try to kick out because he was just kind of like, "What the fuck is going
all his
on
limbs
right
were
now?"
stuck.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like a new thing he's gonna start doing?
It should be a new thing he does, and they should have it to where if he gets you there, you can't kick out.
Yeah,
So you better stay out of that fucking move.
that would be great.
You know, he would be like the only guy on the roster has no impact to his finisher whatsoever. It's like, what's his finishing move? He pins you.
Yeah, but I mean, but he could also do the other, whatever his other thing is.
Josh Spears says, wear him to Walmart and snatch up the ladies, Sammy.
That's my whole plan.
See, people are calling you Sammy now, but Sam Fricky says you're the Sheamus of this channel.
Well, he can go suck a fat dick. That's all.
That's rude. If anything, you should tell him to suck a lemon. You know what I'm saying?
Suck a fat dick.
Tell him to kick rocks. Tell him to pound sand. You know what I'm saying?
Do all these things.
Tell him to get lost. Tell him to take a hike. I'm trying to think of as many shitty insults as possible.
Cut your head off and see if I care.
Nobody knows what that is.
Well,
Patch Snathers and the Butt Dads is a band I created that currently consists of me and you. And we've got an album coming out called Cut Your Head Off and See If I Care. 6 of our 9 tracks are recorded. They're in my iTunes ready to go, and this shit's going to be coming out in a couple weeks. What's one of your favorite songs? Because Focalin's Wrongdoings is one of my favorites.
that's probably my favorite too.
Another standout is I Wrote a Book.
I like that one. The Burger song.
Burgers is good. Someone Shit in My Shoes is a standout.
Mhm.
Someone Shit in My Shoes was supposed to come out in January. And that was a while ago. It hasn't happened yet. But we need Nigel Bravo, No Taxes, to play a shit angel before that can happen. You know what I'm saying? But keep your eyes open for Focalin's Wrongdoings, you know what I'm saying? From Patch Snathers and the Butt Dads. Cut your head off and see if I care. We got the Primetime Players backstage cutting a promo. You farting? The Primetime Players cut a promo. They were acting like DX, and I just wrote down, ugh. It was terrible.
I didn't think it was terrible.
I thought it was awful. What was not terrible about it? How'd you feel about it?
I mean, I don't know.
Dipper Pine says, how the heck did you two make music? I mean, I guess we could play him a little clip of Someone Shit in My Shoes. I don't know how well it's going to go through, but the Dan-Dans can tell me how clear it is. Someone Shit in My Shoes is a song. It's a sequel to 2013's Daddy's Duties. And Dipper, I know you know what Daddy's Duties is because the first time I played it, you were asking me questions about how he recorded it because he wanted to record his own music. So I did my best to help him out, answer some questions. So you remember Daddy's Duties. That's just a little sample because everyone knows that. The video is almost 3 years old at this point. But the sequel, Someone Shit in My Shoes.
Someone shit in my shoes. I don't know what to do. If it was you, I'll find out soon. Cause someone shit in my shoes.
This is gonna be the worst album of all time, and that's the best part. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Remember, we'll give them one more little teaser.
Don't.
Yeah, because this is what's gonna get them excited. This is what's gonna get them to buy, aka download, because it's not gonna be for sale. The album, a little opening to Focalin's Wrongdoings. You ready?
Did you hear about Focalin? No, what happened?
This is the big stuff.
He gave himself a Prince Albert. He pierced his dick in school.
You Dan-Dans don't even know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Everyone should be excited for Patch Snathers and the Butt Dads. Cut your head off and see if I care.
Cut your head off.
Josh Spears, dude, Daddy's Duties ain't almost 3 years old. That's bullshit. Shit came out in 2013. It's 2015. That's 2. And one more is 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Jazz James says album of the year. See, the hype is real. Hashtag cut your head off and see if I care. Hashtag thank you, Daniel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Primetime players were horrible. I love those guys, but this was a terrible promo.
Okay, why?
Why is fucking everyone acting like someone else?
Okay.
Macho Madness, Axelmania, Jay Lethal. Everyone is acting like someone else. They keep doing these promos talking about the Ascension. Like, oh, you guys, you act like other people. And then they've been doing promos for 2 months just acting like other people. They're not even mad at the Ascension. Now they're just acting like other people. It doesn't make any sense. They have no background. It's just a black backdrop. You know what I'm saying?
You sold it. It was terrible. But like, I don't get it because they started doing these promos and it's like, okay, so now they're giving these guys a thing.
If only.
Like they're getting them involved. They haven't wrestled since they started doing these promos. And like it kind of like after tonight we had Ms. Sandow and Axel get together. These guys had an appearance again. Luke and Eric are back together again.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of seems like they're trying to restock the
tag division,
which is good, but I don't know about the quality.
You know what I'm saying?
Only time will tell, I guess.
Ray Wyatt comes out and he cuts another shitty cryptic promo.
Mm-hmm.
It's not shitty. Like, I like Bray,
Yeah.
but I'm tired of him saying nothing.
Over.
And then he was just like, oh,
Like
and why
6 weeks in a row.
Ryback? Because he was in my way. You know, what the fuck? What was Ryback in his way about?
What's his goal?
He has nothing to do
his
with
way
Ryback.
of what?
Ryback is inspirational, and I bet you all loved him. Yeah, so? He was in my way. What do you mean? Where were you going? You weren't going anywhere. So that's bullshit. Another angle that Bray Wyatt is in that he has no reason to be in. From his own words, there's no reason why he's there. You know what I mean? I'm bored with Bray Wyatt. Unfortunately, I don't want to be bored with Bray Wyatt. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I'm fucking bored with Dean Ambrose. I'm not bored with Dean anymore. Because last week he had a great match with Seth. He's in a position right now where we can have some great matches. Right. That's all I want.
It was fun watching him beat up J&J.
Yeah, it was very fun.
No, I agree. Especially like, so you mentioned that you think his leg was probably still hurt,
and that's probably why he's been off TV.
Yeah, which I agree. So that makes some sense. But yeah, I mean, like he hasn't wrestled, I think since WrestleMania, and like every week he's been talking to Ryback, and it's just like he's saying the same nothing.
And then he was just like, your parents will never tell you. Sometimes the bad guy wins. Not lately. He lost to Dean. Not all the time, but he did sometimes. He lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He lost his last match. He was just like, your parents will never tell you. Sometimes the bad guy wins. That's like, okay, why are you mad at Ryback? He was in my way. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm just, give him a fucking reason. Like, them giving Bray a reason in their mind is just to put him with someone, you know?
Yeah.
The last time Bray was interesting was with his thing with John Cena, in my opinion. That's fucking over a year ago now.
Yeah, that was the first match was at WrestleMania.
He's had good matches since then, don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But I haven't been like, oh, dude, Bray's coming out. What the fuck is Bray going to say?
Well, it was, I mean, it was exciting when he faced Undertaker, but that was more about the Undertaker.
It wasn't even as exciting as it was suspenseful.
Yeah,
like it wasn't a great match.
No,
it was just like, oh, Taker
like,
might lose now, you know.
But that whole thing, it was interesting.
I came up with a thing in this match where, Ryback's going, feed me more, and I was just like, what if you met some girl and you two are getting all kinds of dirty, and you know she's down doing business, and you finish. She swallows it, and then she goes, feed me more. What would you do?
Say, like, give me a half hour.
And I think that's way too much time.
No,
it'd be like, give me 5 minutes.
Yeah, obviously I could do that in 5 minutes, but she's asking to be fed more. Mm-hmm. If I wait 5 minutes, there's not going to be anything. There's like It's not going to be sustainable for. She's not going to be satisfied.
She doesn't want a meal. She just wants more.
Yes,
she didn't
does.
say give me 100 pounds of jizz.
I'm not
just
giving
like,
her 100 pounds of jizz, but like if I wait 5 minutes, there's going to be like barely any, like a droplet of like. So if like a half hour, that's like a sustainable amount.
I don't think the difference between a 5 minutes and 25 minutes extra is going to give you that much.
You
more
don't know
jizz.
me.
I don't know what your jizz is like. That's true. But I think if you've got someone in front of you who's going to feed me more, you give them more right now. I don't think you're like, hold on and I'll make you the best fucking omelet you've ever had. I think you.
I would.
I think if they're like
quality over quantity. Actually, I'm talking about quantity right now. So, but the quality doesn't change.
I think to me, if they were like, feed me more, I'd just be like, you can eat. You want to eat this notebook? I bet you can chew it up.
No.
I wouldn't just be like, if you give me 2 days, dude, I can fucking order a pizza from Norway.
No.
That's gonna blow.
That's not what. See, now you're talking about quality. I'm talking about the quantity.
Yeah.
And I need a half hour to produce more quantity. See, what my problem is I stick my dick in her mouth. A tiny little drip comes out. That's not going to sustain her. And then my dick's still in her mouth. She's going to eat my dick.
I don't think so.
She's a crazy woman who just
She's not
wants
uncontrollable. She's not going to hit you with a meat hook clothesline because you didn't give her enough.
Who do you know this? How do you know this?
I'm booking it.
I'm waiting. I'm telling her, wait a half hour, and then you'll be like, "Whoa, I'm now in full." Because that's the problem. If I wait 5 minutes, then I'm gonna give her some, and she's gonna be like, she's gonna do it again, and she's gonna feed me more, and then I'm gonna have to wait another 5 minutes, and then my dick's gonna be raw after like 8 times because she's never gonna be satisfied. If I wait 30 minutes, that's gonna be like the equivalent of like 4 or 5 more times after the first time, and then she'll be like, finally, I'm satisfied.
But okay, so you don't want to keep going quickly because you don't want your dick to be raw. But would you rather have your dick be SmackDown? She wants it now. She wants it on Monday night.
Bad.
She doesn't want it on Friday night.
It's not. I'm not asking her to wait a week. I'm asking her to wait 30 minutes. Raw is 3 hours. Just like one segment. That's all you need to wait.
I think you're way too fired up about this.
You're the one telling me what to do, how to handle my loads.
Main event: Seth Rollins, Randy Orton. And really nothing.
I don't have anything to say.
We've seen it a million times. I didn't want to see it to begin with. And how did it end? Oh, disqualification. J&J healed. They went to the hospital. They came back or whatever. Yeah, disqualification. Everybody comes out. Everybody fights. It was a good time. It was a good match. I'm not going to say it wasn't a good match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nothing really special. It was the end of a build to a Fatal 4-Way, which we're going to get this Sunday. So before we get out of here, if the Dan-Dans didn't see the announcement, I would like to play it for them now that they may have missed. Are you ready? I'm not very happy about this, but most of the Dan-Dans seem to be happy. So Dan-Dans, here you go. That was emailed to me about a week ago. And I didn't really want to share it because I'm not too happy about it. Because I don't like that fucking guy. But you know, that's what it is. Where can the Dan-Dans follow you on Twitter?
At artist_616.
Where can they follow me?
IDS616. At IDS616.
What do we do on Wednesday?
Podcast.
What do we do on Friday?
Let's play.
What do we do on Monday?
This.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan-Dans. We love you. We're going to see you next week. Here's our official outro.
Stay right there. Don't come any closer. I'm gonna duck. Thanks.
Pancakes! Pancakes!
No pancakes.
Pancakes!
No pancakes!